So I know y'all's time is precious, and I appreciate you guys spending time with me. And we're going to talk about video and why video is super, super important, really for anybody's real estate business, but especially now. And that's obvious that there is a lot less one-on-one interaction as before. And being on video is literally almost as good as being face-to-face. Obviously, face-to-face is always going to be better, but being on video is the next best thing. And so we're going to talk about a lot of different strategies, a lot of different ways to do videos, some really simple ideas and some really cool things, and most of it is simple. You know, in our business, it is, well, really in any business, the easier and more simple you keep something, the better. And a lot of times we put way too much thought and details into doing something when sometimes it's better just to do it and maybe not be perfect at it. And video is definitely one of those things. And so I'll give you guys a quick, well, first, this PowerPoint, you will receive an email with this PowerPoint and a bunch of other goodies to your email after probably sometime by the end of today. And the email will come from Joycell. So don't look for it to come from me. It will come from Joycell. And she's going to send, like I said, the PowerPoint and a bunch of other things. And so throughout, I will do my best to pay attention as best I can to the little chat button. And if you guys have any comments or questions as I go, definitely feel free to ask. And I believe I can also, let me make sure. Yeah, I can unmute you if you do have a question. If we do this as a Zoom meeting, we can have everybody up and showing, but this one was done as a webinar. So we don't get to see everybody like the Brady Bunch, but if you have a question and you want to voice it, I can unmute you. If you want to just put it in the chat, that's okay too. And we will get going here. Talk about video marketing for your real estate business and video marketing in general. Things that you can do. I'm going to go over some strategies. I'll remember and talk about a couple quick little tips as we go throughout, things that have worked really, really well. And so I will do that. So let's see, just recorded a short 60-second video this morning, sent it to 20 prospects. 2 of those have already called me. Thank you for the tips from your last webinar. You are very welcome, and that is freaking awesome. And so was that, James, was that a video selfie that you did? Were they video selfies? I think so, yeah, 60-second short video. So video selfies, I might as well just jump right into it as we get started, has literally, especially in the last 2 months with COVID-19 and how it's changed things, but even before that, video selfies have been by far one of my most, I'll say, successful strategies or tasks or things that I do that, and when I say successful, they've had the most positive feedback, the most responses in pretty much everything that I do. So, and it sounds self-explanatory. Yes, I recorded on my phone. I keep the link to 60 seconds. Now I see what an ugly, yeah, we all think we're ugly. We all think our voices sound funny. Nobody likes video, but I'm telling you guys, it doesn't matter. You have to do it. If you're in real estate, you have to do videos. It works. Yes, James, I agree 100%. Videos work. I'll tell you, I'll skip ahead real quick and talk to you about what James did. And then what I do every day is I send personalized, and we're going to talk about other ways to save time and send a video, and you can send it to 100, 1,000 people, whatever. But one thing that I do every day is send a personalized video selfie to 10 people a day. So 10 people being 10, a past client, a prospect, somebody who can refer business to me. And in our business, if somebody out there is breathing air, they could potentially send us business. So it's anybody, everybody, and anybody. So I choose 10 people a day, and this is how easy it is. You can do it on a iPhone. You can do it on, what are those other, Android. You can do it on any phone. But you literally go to camera, go to video, camera, video, hit record. See how I'm doing it as a selfie? Hey, Mr. Jones, Richard Smith here. Just thinking about you, and I wanted to pop in and say hi and let you know, hey, if you need anything, give me a call. I hope you and the family are doing good. But again, thinking about buying or selling in the next 6 months, definitely give me a call and let's plan this out, blah, 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 blah. I hit stop, right? I go to the video, I hit the little upload thing, messages, and then whoever I'm sending that to, I text them that video. So these video selfies are very personalized. You want to say their name once, twice, throughout, whichever. Because of what's happening with COVID-19, it may be good just to keep it very personal on your first video. And if it's, you're reaching out to someone you haven't talked to in quite a while, you might want to keep it personal and maybe not ask for business. You might want to do that later, and later could be a week. But so just, you want to be real careful on that this time. But it's very personal. It's just letting them know you're thinking about them, or, you hope them and their family are doing good, all of that. So video selfies, there's a couple other things that I do with that, and I would suggest you guys do. Let's say you have an appointment to meet with a potential buyer. You have a listing appointment Friday. So today, you do a quick video selfie. Hey, Mr. Jones, Richard Smith here. I'm looking forward to our meeting at 5 o'clock on Friday. Can't wait to share with you some things that are really, really going to help you. But I wanted to introduce myself first and let you know if you have any questions between now and then, give me a call. Again, this is Richard, and I look forward to seeing you. Upload, send it to them, and send it to the both spouses. So now you've kind of separated yourself from a lot of other agents, especially if they're having multiple listing appointments, or same thing with any type of appointment. So when I have an appointment, I send a video selfie. If it's a face-to-face appointment, video selfie the day before. If it's a Zoom meeting appointment, which a lot of people are doing more of now, same thing. It's just getting your face in front of them ahead of time. And it's weird because you saw how easy it is. Literally, the other person, people that aren't in our business, or they're in other types of businesses, they might not have knowledge of different technologies. So they think you're super techie, and it was so easy. But nobody else is doing it, so it seems like it's super techie. So number one, they think it's techie. Number two, they feel like they already met you, especially if you've never met them face-to-face, because they've already seen you on video, and it gives you that feeling. And that's the big, big plus about doing videos, is the fact that it makes people, or helps people, feel like they met you. And if you've ever met somebody that you've watched their videos, but you never really met them, And this has happened to me. And when I meet that person, it's like, man, I feel like I already know you. Like it's already, even though we never met, I feel like I know them. And it's because of the video. So super important. Haven't started the webinar yet, but for those of you that don't know me, my name is Richard Smith. I am a loan officer and branch manager for Southwest Funding in Katy, Texas. Also a coach for the Marketing Animals, and we're a nationwide coaching group, mastermind group. We talk about everything from techniques and strategies to grow our business and to have more freedom, and so on and so on. And so I also run a company, Remote Assistant Scout, where we help realtors and loan officers hire virtual assistants that literally can help you grow your business and have more freedom, and cost about $4 an hour for the VA. So that's kind of me and my background. My passion and what I'm really known for is helping real estate agents grow their business and have more freedom. So every class that I teach, these are strategies that work, that we've had success with in our coaching group, and that do help grow business and have more freedom. So I love talking about video because I've been doing video for a lot of years. I had 2 rules before, not 2 rules for you guys, but 2 rules for myself when doing videos. But I promise you, if you follow these rules, it'll make your execution or follow through with actually doing videos a lot better. So rule number 1 is I never watch my own videos. And I know as soon as you make a video, you want to watch it because you want to make sure it looks right, or you want to make sure you look good or whatever. Trust me, 99% of the time, you're not going to like how you look. You're not going to like how you sound. You're going to think you did or said something weird or wrong or whatever. Rule number 1, I never watch my own videos. Rule number 2, I never do a retake. And I know that's going to be hard for a lot of people. It was hard for me, but I never redo a video. So if I flub up from the very beginning, I just keep going. If I mess up and say something wrong, I just keep going. I laugh at myself and keep going. And what I've found with that is people actually respond positively and like those kind of videos better anyway. And when I'm saying those type of videos, when you make mistakes and you do funny things or say something stupid or whatever, people like that better. And then you also got to remember, in our business today, people want to know you for who you are. They want to see you make mistakes. They want to see you do stuff like that. They don't want to see you make mistakes with the sale of their house or anything, but you know what I mean. They want to know that you are human and that you are, like them. So 2 rules: don't watch your videos. Don't ever do retakes. You can do that, or if you don't want to, that's okay too. But the point is, doing video in 2020 and beyond as a realtor is very, very important. And one of the main reasons is it builds your brand. People get to know you for who you are. And it is very, 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 very important right now to have a brand. And I'll give you an example. And I know I brought this up in my last couple classes, but it's so powerful and it's so true that I do want to share it. It's 2020. It is not 1990s. It's not even 2015 in respect to referrals. Back 5 years ago and beyond, if your best friend had a daughter that's buying a house, they are going to refer you. Hey, this is my daughter. She's buying a house. Hey, daughter, this is my realtor. This is who you're going to use to buy your house. And before, years ago, the daughter, whoever the referral is, they're going to say, oh, yes, okay. And they're going to call you and you are their realtor. It is now 2020. I can tell you that those are far and few between people that will just do that. Nowadays, the daughter's going to look at the mom or the dad and say, okay, they're going to walk away. They're going to get on their phone and they're going to Google you and they're going to search you. and they're going to search you up, and they're going to expect to see you as much as possible, you as a realtor, as much as possible. If they see nothing, or they just see your HAR and they go on there and there's no bio and there's no ratings and testimonials, or all they see is your Facebook and nothing else, which they may not even find that, because a lot of times there's so many, you know, there's millions and millions, billions of people with same names, not billions, same names, you know what I mean? So they're going to search you and they're going to look for you. And if they don't see you everywhere, they're going to think that you are not relevant. And that's the world we live in now. So you've got to brand yourself. And one of the greatest ways is video. I have videos that I did years and years ago, and they still show up in Google searches. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick little tip. I'm gonna interrupt myself. I am gonna send you guys information on business websites and business listing websites that you can go in and you can put your information about you and about you as a realtor and all your bio and all of that. And there's about 50 to 100 websites that you can do this on. And it's very important to do this, because what will happen is when somebody does Google you, now there's 2-3 pages of different sites where you are at. And so now you become relevant because you're branded. And you know the whole people need to know, like, and trust you. You know, I kind of go with Grant Cardone's opinion on that. People really just need to know you. They need to know you, which means you have to be out there. If you're not out there, you are not relevant. And so you've got to brand yourself, and doing videos is a great way to do it. So you can repurpose a video. You can send a video through a group, through an app that allows one video to go to everybody that you want on your list, but it doesn't show as a group text. So that's a whole nother, I'll send you information about that. But anyway, one video can be sent by text. You can email it out to an email blast to your entire database. You can post it on YouTube. You can post it on Facebook. You can post it on Instagram. You can post it on LinkedIn. You can get it out as many places as you possibly can. You can post it to your blog on your HR website. You can there's a million places you can post it, but you want to get out there as much as possible. So I don't want to go on and on and on and on about branding, but it is very important, and making videos is one of the best ways to brand yourself and to attract people to you. So when the daughter Googles you and sees nothing, there is a really, really great chance that she is going to go find a realtor that she feels is relevant. And so we're going to lose business if we're not out there. So doing video does help that. Let's see. Well, this is a fun little slide. No, I'm just talking about branding. I'm sure everybody on this call knows who Amazon is, Google is, and Trulia is. They've done a great job branding, but guess what? You don't have to spend billions of dollars to brand yourself worldwide, because you only need to brand yourself in your farm area or your city. So if your farm and most of your business is in the Katy area, that's all you have to brand yourself around that area. So it's very easy to do that. And to be honest with you, if you brand yourself correctly throughout, what that does is that attracts people to you from other areas, obviously, that are moving to Katy. So that's real important. You would not believe how many leads I get a week from people that find me on Google because they're either moving into this area or they are a hero. I have someone, a client from Coleman, Texas, that just found me online because I do hero programs in Texas, and Coleman is, I'm sure between here and Coleman, there's probably tens of thousands of loan officers or around there. It's closer to Dallas than Houston. And so anyway, branding is important. I'm not going to keep going on and on and on about that. So some of the things like why video, and I already talked a little bit about this, but it does give you instant credibility. And it is so true. If you're doing a quick tip every week, let's just say you do a video a week, and it's a tip on what to do if you're buying your house, what to do if you're selling your house. And if you're looking for topics, there's a secret website I'm going to tell you guys about. Don't tell anybody I shared this, but it is called Google. And you can go into Google and you can put tips to sell your house fast. And then you're going to have enough information on there to make 1,000, 10,000 videos. Keep them simple. Keep them short and simple if you want. You know, you can do long ones too. It doesn't really matter. There used to be a rule out there, never make a video longer than 2 minutes. It doesn't matter. There's people, Gary Vaynerchuk has had 8-hour videos that people watched. So what's more important is the information, the value that you give. So if you have tips on how to sell your house fast, you might do one quick video about just yard and landscape and how important that is for first impressions, and you do a quick tip. So when you're doing these videos, you get instant credibility. People will Google you, they see your video or they get your video and they see that you are an expert. How else are you going to tell people you're an expert without giving them information? And when you're giving them information on video, you're an expert, you have credibility. And it's weird, but instant celebrity status. So I watched some Gary Vaynerchuk video, and I made a decision I'm going to do a video a day, every day for a year. And I ended up doing it for like 400, a year and a half almost. So every day for over a year, I made a video and did a video tip every day, 7 days a week. When I was sick, it was a holiday, it didn't matter. 7 days a week, I did a video every day. And I will tell you, it's the weirdest thing in the world, but you get instant celebrity status. I had people that I would talk to that were like, oh my gosh, I've seen your videos. It's so cool. Thank you so much for calling me. It's like, what? Like it was a honor for me to call them. And thank you so much for taking your time and calling me. And I'm like, wow, that's cool. Why did I stop? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go back to it. I'm writing it down. Back to daily video. I honestly have no recollection of why I stopped. I think I missed one day. And you guys think about this. In our business, we do something that brings us business, and then we stop doing it. And we don't realize we stopped till we're either talking to a coach or we're talking to somebody and we're like, man, when was your best month? Like, I can ask you guys this right now. When was your very, very best month? And then what did you do 60 days before that? And you're going to tell me about how you did some sort of strategy, following up or this or that brought you all this business. Then you got so busy, you stopped doing that strategy. That is all of us. That is our lives. So we have to be very, very cautious. How long were my daily videos? Were they mainly how-tos? So they were mainly how-to type tips, and they were usually a minute to 2 minutes. So I didn't do a whole lot of long ones, except when I do a class, like I'm recording this class and I'll repurpose it. It'll go on YouTube. It'll go out on an email to see if maybe help other people. But so yeah, I did them very, very quick type tips. And then they varied among my target audience. So you want to think about who is going to see your videos and what do you want them to do? A call to action. But they don't all have to have a call to action. They can be just you giving like, think about it. Your target audience are going to be sellers and buyers, right? So you need to target, you need to target sellers and buyers. So whoever's going to see that video, you want to give value to them. And you want to make sure that you're perceived as the expert to anybody that might buy or sell a house. So when I did mine, it varied. And so that in the information that I gave, before the video, like, how can I explain that? So if I post a video to Facebook, the information that I write in the headline of what the video is about, that's who I would target, because sometimes I targeted buyers and sellers, sometimes I targeted realtors and loan officers. So it just varied in how I did that. But you guys, it's simple. You're targeting potential buyers and potential sellers. So it gives you celebrity status and this is one thing, it gives you celebrity status if you're consistent. And so you can be consistent by doing one a month, one a week, or every day. Excuse me. My opinion is you should do one at least once a week and be consistent. So the consistency, people take consistency very, very serious, because when you're not consistent, you're not looked at as a serious professional, whether we like that or not. So if you give a referral to a loan officer and you never hear back, and then you call the loan officer 2 weeks later and the loan officer says, oh, I tried calling them, they never called me back. That's not being consistent. If you give your referral to me, and I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying, if you give your referral to me, every time I call that referral, whether I talk to them, whether I leave a voicemail and then leave a text, every time I reach out, the next call I make is to you to say, hey, I called Mr. Jones. He didn't answer. Just wanted to let you know. If I do that 3-4 days in a row to you, you're going to be like, let me call Mr. Jones and see what's going on. And then Mr. Jones calls, I'm so sorry, I was real busy. Because if someone doesn't say, Richard, stop calling me or I'm going to call the police, I keep calling, because until I hear no, to me, it's a yes. So consistency is looked at as very serious. I think someone had a question. How long are my daily videos? Oh, I said that, 1 to 2 minutes. I posted my daily videos on Facebook, Instagram, not daily on YouTube, because in today's day and age, it could take years to build a really strong YouTube following, just because there's so much out there. And then our sphere that we're wanting to see our videos is probably smaller than worldwide. And I'm not saying YouTube's a bad thing, don't get me wrong, because if you do it right and you get the right people following you, I want to do things as easy, as quickly as I possibly can. And there's a lot of people I know on Facebook, and getting that way on Instagram, and then email blasting. So I want my videos out where people that know me are going to see them. So for a realtor, usually that's going to be Facebook and your database, which your database can come out of, you can send emails and so forth. Because really our two very, very best databases right now, number one is our cell phone. Every person you meet, and like I said, if somebody breathes air, they can refer us business, or they possibly can refer us business, right? So every person I meet, anywhere I go, anyone I meet, I put them in my cell phone and I save them in my cell phone, because that is my number one database. I have a CRM of clients, past clients, referrals, things like that, but a great database is my cell phone. My second awesome database is Facebook, because I've done the same thing. Every person I meet, every client, every referral, everyone that I've talked to, not every referral, but people that I've actually talked to and tried to help, I want to connect with them on Facebook, because they could potentially send me business. Just because someone has a 400 credit score and doesn't qualify right now and has to go on a plan to build their credit, doesn't mean they can't refer me business. So I still look at them as a client. And plus, you guys should never turn anybody down. If somebody has a reason they're not going to buy right now, hey, that just means they're going to buy in the future, or they're going to send you referrals. I've had clients that have left me. My wife wanted to use her friend who's a lender. I'm so sorry, Richard. And then they send me referrals. So never, ever, ever turn anybody down, and always keep them in your database, which, if you don't have a CRM, your database is your phone, it's Facebook, et cetera, et cetera. How do you post on Instagram? Oh, it's very, very easy. So Instagram is just, it's just like posting a picture. You just post a video. And I can send you guys some really good Instagram strategies and stuff along with that email that I'm going to send you. So no competition. In seriousness, you really have no competition. And the reason I say that is there is such a tiny, minute group of realtors that actually do videos. There are so few that actually do videos. And then of those, there's almost none that are consistently doing videos. So if you decide, hey, I'm going to start doing videos, I'm going to do one a week and blast it. Or let's just say worst case scenario, you do nothing different after watching this training. Let's just say the only thing you do different is you do 5 video selfies a day to people that you know out in your cell phone. That alone can change your business. So definitely there is no competition because nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing it. Even a majority of people who have seen my trainings and I've talked to about doing that, it's just, we don't do everything that we want to do. So number 1, write it down. Number 2, set reminders. Number 3, have an accountability partner. Number 4, just do it. Do the book behind me, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just do it. That's the key. And the key is don't watch yourself. Trust me. Okay. People want to work with who they know, like, and trust. We talked about that. They got to know you, though. They have to know you. They might not even like you. They might not trust you, but you want people to know you. And believe me, when I say this, if the more people that know you, there's going to be people that don't like and trust you. It doesn't matter. Those aren't the ones we're after. It's the 25% rule. 25% of people that we meet don't really like us. It's not a fit. That's just the way it is. So we got to get over it and move forward. So people need to know you and they need to know who you are. Doing video, it actually is fun. Get another agent that you work with, get a friend, have them hold the camera if you want. I literally, on the majority of mine, I would do it as just a video selfie with me holding it, or I would get somebody else to hold it. Some of them looked real professional. Some of them didn't. It doesn't matter. People just want to see it. And if you're giving good value, it doesn't matter. I mean, you want good sound and you want good video quality, but a phone does that. It's good enough to get out there and to separate yourself. So it is fun. It's easier than writing. Trust me. I know some people out there still read, but the majority of people were busy. You can send a weekly tip email. You can send your monthly email newsletter, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying you shouldn't. We should still do it because people see our name, but only like 5% are going to actually read it. But a video, people will stop. They'll look at the video. They'll watch it. Better than writing, I think. You can do it anytime, any place. And actually that brings me to, kind of where, and I'll skip ahead, but where do you do it? Anywhere. You can do it in your office. You can do it outside. You can do a video in front of a local business. Like right now, a great video to send your entire database is to go to one of the small local restaurants that aren't big box chain restaurants and do a video in front of it. You don't even have to know the owner. It doesn't matter. You do a video in front of it and say, this is a local restaurant. We need to come out and support them. And by the way, the food is awesome, blah, blah, blah. And then in the background, there's the restaurant, right? You're giving value. And so everywhere and anywhere you can do your videos. No one reads anymore, do they? Yeah, some people do. And the last thing is, yes, they get to hear your passion, your excitement, your tone. You can't get that in a text. You can't get that in an email. You can't get that on a blog post. People want to hear you and how you are. And you're going to everybody's going to attract different people. You guys might do a video and you attract some people that watch my video and say, oh my God, he is annoying. It doesn't matter. Everybody's different and everybody attracts different people. So And that brings me to another important rule is be yourself. You might have watched like there's only a few realtors in the country that are known for doing a lot of videos. And you might watch like Go Girl or whatever her name is. And you're like, well, she's doing so well, I'm going to act like her. And then you're going to try to act like her. Trust me, it doesn't work. Be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try to be somebody you're not. You're going to attract the right people being yourself. And that is definitely a huge rule, because so many people try to be someone they're not. Better way to hold your phone, vertical or horizontal. I like both ways. I actually like horizontal when I'm doing a video with somebody because it has more room on there. But I like vertical if I'm doing a lot of Facebook too. Actually, no, I always do, most of the time I do horizontal. The one time that I do vertical is with Facebook Live, and we're going to talk about that here too, because you guys should be doing that. But what if I mess up? It doesn't matter. It doesn't freaking matter. Like, you want to mess up, then you get more people viewing and commenting anyway. So it doesn't matter. The best way to do it is to actually do the videos. But I like to do horizontal because it works real well with Facebook. Instagram is square, so it just edits it itself, and it always looks good. So, and then on emails, it's better horizontal. The only time I ever do vertical is Facebook Live. So, and if I use Zoom for Facebook Live, because you can do a Zoom meeting and do a Facebook Live, that's going to be automatically horizontal. So mindset, when you're making your videos, you want to get in their mind. So, and I get number 2, never talk business. That's not true. There's times you want to talk business, but you can't be boring about it. So it's got to be exciting. Like I would literally think about this. If I'm going to do a quick tip on first impressions, and for somebody that's thinking about selling their house, I would go to I would look for like the worst foreclosed, torn up looking house where the yard looks like it hadn't been mowed in months. And I would literally do a video, and if it's your neighbor, don't do it. But if I would literally go find an old beat up, terribly landscaped, overgrown lawn house that I could find. And I would do a video about first impressions and how important it is to make sure that your lawn is trimmed very nicely, your landscaping is done before you put your house on the market. Because when an agent brings a client to look at that house, that first impression is immediate. They see a house like this and then show the house in the background, and they're just not like their attitude towards that house. The inside could be beautiful, and it's going to take a lot to change their mind on how they first felt. So that's a quick, easy video. So that is business. So ignore my comment where I say never talk business, but I do want to say that if every video is like, for me with mortgages, if every video is about mortgage guideline, people would just die. Like, they're not going to watch it. So keep it like you need to keep Facebook anyway. 80% personal, 20% business. So you can do personal videos. They don't all have to have a business call to action, because you're attracting people to you. And it might be a total personal video on a new restaurant that opened up, and then someone's going to click on you and see your profile, and you're a realtor. So you want to kind of keep that 80-20 rule going. Give them something cool to talk about, smile. The best videos obviously are you making somebody laugh, or you're doing something funny or laughing or talking about. It is great to have puppies and dogs in your videos, babies. If you don't have babies, go borrow somebody's. No, just kidding. But, dogs, puppies, things like that, people like it. Huge rule. Do not overthink this. It's not that big of a deal. One thing you should think about is giving some sort of value. Now, if I talk about a book that I like, it may be giving value to some people, and then some people might be like, I haven't read a book since high school. Who cares? Don't worry about it. Do you. Do what is you, what you like, your interest, what you think is going to give people value, and then do that. So don't overthink it is what's really important. Like that's probably the biggest mistake I've seen so many people make that want to do video is they just overthink it and they end up never doing it, or they make 20 different retakes and end up not liking any of them. Just record it, post it. That's it. Seriously, it's really like, who cares? It doesn't matter. Someone might laugh at you. Oh, I guess I'm not in elementary school and it's going to crush me anymore. Like, get over it. Just keep doing them. I had some really terrible videos, but I still posted them. So don't overthink it. Who cares what other people think? It doesn't matter. Believe me, it really doesn't. Obviously, if you say something that about someone's, I mean, I can't even think of a reason not to post one. Like, I really can't. People, guess what? You accidentally said a cuss word. They'll get over it. Doesn't matter. Be crazy, creative, funny, use pets, families, friends. Sometimes your friend's going to be more comedy than you're, just kidding. I was trying to say a joke, but I'm not good at that. Do some little weird tips too. And you could literally Google crazy tips or, anything. But like, if you see the screen here, which you should, see that little fuel thing? Can't remember what that's called. But I never knew this until I saw somebody's video tip that someone I know did a video tip, and it said to look on your fuel gauge, and you see that little arrow right there. That tells you which side your gas tank is. So if you're renting a car or you're using somebody's car, usually if you're renting a car and you don't know which side it's on, it says that right on your fuel gauge, the little arrow. So that's a cool little tip, right? And so you can find different types of tips, different things. Finding content is not an issue. Like I gave you the tip earlier, just go to Google and listing or buyer tips, or there's millions and millions of tips and things you can talk about. So finding content is super, super easy. Yep. So I don't know why I put this in. This was a video. This was one of my old video tips that I did, that I would send email. Kind of look younger. I don't know how old that is. I don't like that shirt though. But yep, this was one of my old video tips. I would send out the video via email to everybody. And so this one, actually, no, this is just a real estate agent. Real estate agents, how to make a video intro. And it was just a tip on how to make a video intro. Very simple. Using the words how to, if you're posting online, really helps with SEO, search engine optimization, but that's not, if your target is really just buyers and sellers, but it does attract more. So your tip could be weekly tip, how to make more on your listing by this one simple thing, or, anything like that. How to is a good word to use. This was during part of my, this was daily video 460. So at this, I know I did them a lot longer after this, but this was number 460. That was 460 days in a row. How to be super consistent with social media. I share a cool tool that I use. Remember, we aren't taken serious if we're not consistent. So you see, I have something and I'm sharing it. So I'm giving value. And so that's always a great, great way. And sometimes in your videos, you want to, and not sometimes, you want to usually have some sort of call to action. So like I said earlier, the call to action will not always be, if you're thinking about buying or selling in the next 6 months, call me. Your call to action might be, hey, if you want this cool tool, comment below. Because the more comments and likes that you get, the more people will see your videos. So this one on Facebook, it's only shows 4 comments. I have some videos that have 200, 300 comments, 500, 800, 1,000 likes. And almost always those are giving some sort of value. And my call to action was, hey, like this video or share this video or comment below. And so that is a really, really good way to get more people to see it. Look, my friend Dave Krishmar liked it too. Weird little videos, how to remove deodorant from clothes, how to remove a knot and corkscrew. You can mix in little strange videos like these how-tos and act goofy, but you also just be yourself. Like, you're not going to see me doing one of these type of videos because it's just not me. But I've done some funny, or at least I think it's funny, but I've done some weird videos. I've done how to give value, things like I said, with restaurants or going different places. I've done some real over the top, spent time editing to make it look really cool. And then I've done some very, very simple 1-minute videos just to stay top of mind. So where do you find video ideas? Like I said, Google. You can Google all these different comments or things and to find different tips. You can keep it more business. You can keep it personal. You can do these type of life tricks. Like, there's a author, Tim Ferriss, that had a video that went viral and hundreds of millions of people watched it. And it was literally how to take the shell off an egg in 2 seconds. And I never even knew there's a way. You put a little hole on each side and you blow it and it pops right out. It's the weirdest thing. So if you hate taking the shells off eggs, I mean, so different things, different ideas. The software, where do you use it? Like I said, you can go to YouTube, Facebook, Zoom. Like this video that I'm recording right now will get posted. I can send it out on an email or whatever. You can use a place called Fiverr.com. It used to be everything was $5. Now it's a little different. But let's say you wanted a intro. So right before your video started, you see, I used to have one that was like outer space and it said Richard's weekly tip, and then it blew up, and then it was like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then there I was. And so it was like a video intro. You can use a program called Camtasia to edit your videos, but like I said, you don't need to edit. You record the video and you post it. There's no need. I mean, you can edit if you want. Obviously, there's some really nice videos out there, and there's some agents across the country that have a huge following, and their videos are more professional, and they have people that will record them for them. But most of the people I know that have been successful with doing videos have not had to spend the money or time editing and doing all that. BombBomb has a great extension to not only now email, but to text videos. So BombBomb is a CRM. You can put all your database up in BombBomb, and then for years I used it to record a video and then email it to everybody. The reason I liked BombBomb above every other email platform was the fact that BombBomb, when somebody, let's say they open their Gmail on their phone and they see my email, they click the video and the video plays. All the other video email software type things out there, you would click on the video, then it would open up Safari or whatever, and then you'd have to click again to play the video. With BombBomb, it did it instantly, so that's why I really like that. And I don't use it now, but somebody did tell me they do allow you to do video texting now, kind of like our selfie videos I was talking about. So that's pretty cool. I wouldn't do dub.com. You don't need that. You just keep it simple. Keep it simple and do it. I will say Facebook Live. I love Facebook Live. Now, here's the thing with Facebook Live that's really important that you guys want to remember. Facebook is in competition with YouTube, and so they want to show their video. They want people to use video. So the more you use video, the more Facebook is going to show your friends your videos and other people. And the reason I'm saying that is when you post to Facebook, only about 15% of your friends see your post. When you post a video, a higher percentage see it. When you post Facebook Live, even more see it, because Facebook wants to really push their live concept. So, and I'll tell you this, don't get frustrated if you go live on Facebook. Let's say you're out somewhere, you go live on Facebook and you notice that while you're live, only one person's watching or two people's watching. Don't worry about it, because 80 to 90% of the views of your Facebook Live are actually done after the live, because people are busy. And people, like right now, if someone goes Facebook Live, I'm not going to stop this to go watch it. But later on, I'm going to see it and watch it. So just remember, the majority of people watch it afterwards. So it doesn't matter how many are actually watching you live. The key is going live. And I'm going to be honest with you. One of the reasons I love Facebook Live is it 100% allows you to not take a retake, because guess what? You're live. So you have to just keep going, and that's better that way. You got to be yourself. So cool. Let's see. So there are some, this is pretty cool, teleprompter. So for those of you, when you first start, you may not, I'll remember back when I first started doing videos, I really didn't know what I wanted to say. So, and I wanted it to sound right. So I wasn't real good at ad-libbing like I am now. So I literally would type out what I was going to say. And when I first started, I typed out every word, which is crazy. But I did it on a Word document. And then I would sit there and record it, and I would scroll as I went. And I did everything in my power to try not to look like I was reading. Then I got to a point where I would just put bullet points so I would remember, what to say. And then eventually it got to the point where, just give me 2 words to talk about and I'll just make a video. But not everybody can do that from day one. I definitely could. So there are apps now like this teleprompter app that's out there that can help you remember what you're going to say and so forth. I kind of look at it as, think about what you're good at, think about what you're going to talk about, and then just talk about it. And guess what? You might say something funny, or you might forget something. Number one, nobody really knows. But number two, you did it and you got it out there, when the majority of people will not do it and they will not follow through because they think it has to be perfect. And so you can use a teleprompter, or you cannot. You can do bullet points. You can put like a little, like I would write down my bullet points and tape them somewhere, and so it wouldn't look like I was looking at that. But whatever helps you. The key is to do it. I know I've said that a million flipping times. Really, the equipment you need, guess what? Your mobile device. It works great. The video is unbelievable now on these phones, like this iPhone. The video quality and the picture quality is literally like that of a $5,000 camera 10 years ago. It's unbelievably amazing. So you really don't need anything but your phone. You don't need to buy a bunch of expensive equipment. I will say, like, a little stabilizer is a nice thing to have. I don't have it. I would show you mine. I don't have it right here. But it's literally just a little, go to Amazon and put in iPhone stabilizer. And it's just a little thing that you can hold it up, kind of like a selfie stick, but smaller. And it keeps it real stable and has it looking really, really cool. So that helps. Selfie stick, you can use that. A mobile stand. I mean, these things, where did mine, I don't even remember where I put mine, but they're super, super cheap. Super cheap, just to get like a tripod type stand to hold yours. But like I said, get somebody to hold it for you. I will say that you don't want it stagnant like this, like you guys are watching me here. It's just me. There's nothing moving. If I have somebody hold the camera or, my phone, I'll have them slowly move across, the room so it's moving. because people's attention, people get bored if they just see the same thing. So think about that. iPod, drone, iPad, that would be cool, right? You guys, you can pay somebody to give drone video or pictures of your listing. I have a friend that went and bought a drone, and he does a lot of videos with this drone. Even if he's doing a video and the camera is moving away from him, and there's cool things you can do. The number one reason people will stop watching a video is not how it looks, it's how it sounds. So if the sound is bad, that will be the number one reason. If you're doing just tip on from your cell phone, as long as you're not too far from it, you're good. If you're going to be in an area like outside where the freeway, cars are going by, get one of those little lapel mics. You can buy them real cheap on Amazon. iPhone lapel mic, and get a wireless mic or get a wire mic. It doesn't matter. But if you're going to be doing videos in places that are real noisy and stuff, that helps. Bluetooth mics too. Drones are fun. Social media, we talked about this a little bit. Facebook, your personal page, Facebook page, you could do it on your business page. Nobody's going to see it there, but that's why I always suggest do it on your personal page. Those are the people that know you. Those are the people that like and trust you. Probably those are people that can refer to you. Instagram, I don't do a lot of Snapchat, but I do LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. They all work, but find your number one, which for most of us is Facebook. And so do it on Facebook. Send emails. They all work. So ideas for video marketing, stories. Let me tell you, people love stories. So tell a story about your first time you bought a house. Tell a story about something that happened at your house, something that broke, something that, give advice on something that you did that worked. One of my weekly tips or one of my daily tips was the video selfies, because I did something that worked. So I'm sharing that with other people. One of my tips, like just what I've been talking about throughout this presentation, probably almost everything that I've already talked about has been a video. Now, I've done videos on all sorts of different things, but stories always work best. And what's really cool is you don't have to do a story about yourself for it to be impactful. The same impact of a story will happen if you tell a story about somebody else, like, hey, I have a friend and this is what happened. And then you just tell the story. It's just as impactful than if it was you. So if you're sitting there going, I don't really have any stories to tell, you do. There's millions of stories. You tell a story about somebody else. This person did this and this was the result and it was really cool. So think about everything you do in your job as a realtor. Put that on video. So for example, tomorrow you have the photographer showing up at your listing. Go there tomorrow and you get on video and you say, hey, I've got a secret. This is a house. Don't tell anybody, but the house is about to go on the market this weekend. You can see behind me is the professional photographer. He's taking pictures of the house. Can't wait to show you guys this house, blah, 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 blah. So you're giving kind of behind the scenes type stuff, and people love behind the scenes. The other thing people love is reality. That is why reality TV is the number one type of TV show out there. And it's been like that for 10, 15, I don't know how many years. People want to see that reality. So when you have a photographer, take pictures and take videos of the photographer taking pictures and videos of the house. When you're at your office, do a quick video of the person that answers the phones. If like a title company, how many of you have actually seen a title company doing a video and they walk in the back and say, hey, I want you to see what an escrow officer really looks like? Or I've done some videos So I've done videos where I'm like, hey, have you ever actually seen what an underwriter looks like? And I walk back there and there's an underwriter and they're busy working and they're smiling and waving at you. And it's just kind of behind the scenes stuff. So you can do all sorts of behind the scenes with your listings. You can do preview future listings. I think I read that HAR is actually allowing you guys to now start advertising future listings, which is really cool. But you can do that on your own anyway by making a video and saying, you know, this house is about to go on the market. I wanted you to know that first, you know, blah, 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 and have the house. You can, every time you go to a closing, make a video. Have your, even if your buyers or sellers don't want to do a video testimonial, you can still take a quick video and say, hey, I'm at a closing. I'm so honored to be able to help Mr. and Mrs. Jones with their first home, you know, blah, 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 blah. Or let's say they don't want to be on video. Don't go crap and then walk, you know, I can't do a video. They don't want to be on it. You wait, they finish signing, they leave, you say bye, and then make your video. Yep, just signed Mr. and Mrs. Jones. I'm here at the title company. What an honor to be able to help first-time home buyers. They're a little camera shy, so they already left, you know, blah, blah, blah. It just doesn't matter. But any type of home tips, weekly tip, open house. Oh, if you guys, if you're not doing open houses, I get it. Well, we have COVID-19, so it is a lot harder. But, you know, when this passes, I know people say things will never be the same. But guess what? We're still going to have open houses, and we're still going to be able to meet a lot of people that need help. If you're doing open houses, make a video. Don't walk through the whole house and bore people to death, but just stand there and talk about the house, show one really nice thing about the house, but just do some sort of video because you want to be consistent. You want to be outside with the signs and the house in the background and have some big flags and, you know, so open house videos, any type of community event. I know there's none going on right now, but guess what? Here's what I see right now. I see, and this is my personal experience in talking to people, people want interaction now more than ever. When I'm making my phone calls to past clients and things, the call conversations are longer than they used to be, because people are wanting interaction. People are watching more videos. People are watching more Netflix and stuff. You guys have seen it probably on social media. Now's the time to do more videos. When you go out and about, even if it's, you know, you can't, there's still a lot we can't do, but get it on video. Make a video. Have videos. Family outings, I'm a real person. You know, sometimes people, I've heard agents say, well, my personal life's my personal life. Yes, I mean, there's yes and no, but people want to see you for who you are and what type of person you are. So vacations, concerts, not a lot of that going on right now. Get your past client database and send 10 personalized selfies a day. Now, I know I talked about this at the very beginning, but now this is a tip / strategy. This is something that you guys need to do right now. Right now, starting today, with what is going on with the quarantine and all of that, is 10 a day. It literally takes minutes to do. It takes like a minute to do one, right? So do 10 a day. 10 a day is all you need to do. And it's very powerful. You'll start getting people commenting. People will text you back. Thank you so much. And it is awesome. That's all it looks like. Make a quick video, send it as a text. This is what it looks like to the other person. Works out really good. Facebook Live, it's super easy. I think they actually changed it because they're always making changes. Always check in. Do your live video, check in. Instagram, same thing. Go to the camera, go to live. And we don't need to talk about Dove or drones. That is it. So I would love to hear any questions, anything that you guys have right now. Are there any questions? So you make it to them, mention their first name and their address. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the, when I'm doing the personalized video selfies, I will always use their name and make it about them as much as I can. When I'm doing any kind of video that is going to go out to a group, then obviously I never use personalized, but no, people still feel it's personalized. It's like, hey, it's Richard, just wanted to say blah, 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 blah. And nobody knows that it's to a group. They feel like it's just to them. So I want to let you guys know I appreciate you guys spending time with me. And I really am glad. I would love to, well, actually, I'm going to follow up with you guys with all the PowerPoint and all the information. And feel free to ask me any questions, anything that you would like help in. And I really am thankful that you guys, thank you, have an awesome class. So you're welcome. Thank you, David. But I am glad that you guys spent some time with me, and I appreciate you. Richard Smith, 832-887-1300. It'd be an honor to help any buyers that you have, and I will see you guys later. See you on the web.